If you have Wi-Fi in your house and you've never changed your router settings, it would only take about 30 minutes for a wannabe hacker to ruin your life. Here's how. You're most at risk if you live in a densely populated area like an apartment block. But even if you don't have many neighbors, hackers can still get you with a tactic called wardriving. Wardriving is when hackers drive around with a laptop looking for unsecure Wi-Fi, then park near a victim's house and try to hack in. Once they're on your Wi-Fi, they have a much easier time hacking you than if they did it from the internet. Even worse, they can hide behind your IP address while they commit cybercrimes. You take the blame because it happened on your network. Next thing you know, your service provider cuts off your internet and you have to convince a judge that you had no idea about the illegal activity on your network. It's on you to prove that it was your neighbor or some random stranger parked in front of your house that actually did it, but you have no real evidence to back it up. Like I said, only 30 minutes to ruin your life. It doesn't take a master hacker to do this. Anyone can do it with the 15-minute YouTube tutorial. It's so easy to crack Wi-Fi that in the time it takes me to speak this sentence, I could have typed the command necessary to get into your home network. Your Wi-Fi isn't secure unless you change the settings yourself. If you haven't, it's basically like leaving your front door unlocked at night. But if you spend a few minutes watching this video, you can avoid all of that. Here's how to protect yourself online. You'll just have to log into your Wi-Fi router first. It's not that hard, it's just like going to any other website. On your home network, type in the IP address of your router into your web browser's address bar. The router's IP address is a number typically found on a sticker attached to your router. If you can't find a sticker, Google your router's make and model to find a guide from the manufacturer. You'll need a password to get in. This should also be written on the sticker unless you've changed it. Once you log in, the exact screen you'll see will be different for each router, so you have to look around for yourself or follow a guide. The password you just logged in with should be changed while you're here, especially if it's something like admin or password. That's as bad as not having a password at all. Even if the default password seems random, they follow a predictable pattern that makes them easy to bypass, and hackers know these patterns. Come up with a new password that doesn't follow the default pattern. Write it on paper and tape it to the router face down. Next step, change the Wi-Fi password. Even if it looks like a good password, the algorithms used to generate these have been hacked before, so we can't trust it. Your Wi-Fi password is your first line of defense for your home network, so it should be at least 16 characters long. It might seem like a hassle at first, but you only have to type it in once for each connecting device. Once again, write it down and tape it to the router. To make sure you're using a strong password, look up the diceware method. It's way easier and safer than coming up with one yourself. Next, change your network name. Also called an SSID, the network name is what you see when you connect. Using a default or common network name weakens your Wi-Fi encryption because your network name is a part of the encryption algorithm. Also, anyone that uses a default network name will look like an easy target for hackers. Lastly, make sure you're using the strongest encryption available. Use either WPA2 with AES or use WPA3. If your router doesn't support either, you've got an old and unsecure router, and it's time to ask your internet provider for a free upgrade. WEP or WPA1 can be hacked in seconds, regardless of anything else you do. These are the most important steps for Wi-Fi, but you can still be hacked from the internet if you haven't followed our router security video. Since you're already messing with your home router, you might as well spend another 3 minutes on that to avoid a disaster. If you want to go the extra mile, the website routersecurity.org has more advanced Wi-Fi and router security tutorials and guides. This video just covers the basics, but if you're interested in some more information, scroll down to the video description below and download the handout. And remember, a secure Wi-Fi is just one piece of the puzzle. It won't protect you from scams, viruses, and stalking, so watch our other videos on those topics as well.